Do you want to see me van? Welcome, welcome, welcome to my camper van conversion tour. Van conversions are all the rage right now and have been for some time because they're a much more affordable investment than a camper van and they're easier to drive. But please be so careful. There are a huge amount of duds out there. Trust me, I viewed plenty of them, and one of my friends invested in one only to be told at the DOE centre that she was driving an actual literal death trap. 10 grand. Gone up in flames. Not sponsored in any way, I definitely paid for this service myself, but I enlisted the help of automotive inspection services to help me inspect this van before I parted with any cash. They will go anywhere in Ireland and inspect any vehicle for you. It doesn't have to be a camper van or a van conversion, and they go over it with a fine-tooth comb, come back to you with a report on what they found wrong, if anything. So good and highly recommend. And if you mention my name, they'll give you €20 off. So this puppy is a 2012 Ford Transit. It is 140,000 miles on the clock, and it is a very clean example of a van.
As you can see here, tinted windows have been added to the van to make it more camper-like. Fun fact, you can see out, but nobody can see in. Great for safety. She seats 3 up front and is surprisingly easy to drive. You can just about see here there's an awning on the side of the van which gives you a little bit of extra outside space or rain shelter if required. Really handy.
This particular example is almost a house on wheels. It has a kitchen, sleeping area, dining area, workspace, and even a toilet situation. So you actually can access the living area from the front. Bit of a squeeze though, the proper access is from the side. So the first thing you'll see is the kitchen. Under here there is a fully functional 2-ring burner powered by gas, which is contained in this safety unit here in a canister. Lovely butcher block style countertop. A fully functional sink, I'll show you that working in a moment. A critical beauty mirror, sockets with USB, and the electronics area here. Above there is tons of storage in these cabinets, and some more down here, as well as a fully functional mini fridge. This fridge alone costs €600. And it even has a tiny freezer. So beneath the sink you have your water system. In here is your clean water, which you obviously refill as necessary, and this here is your grey water, your dirty water, which comes through the sink, so you need to empty that periodically as well. And that back there is the pump that sends the clean water up into the tap. This here is the diesel heater fan. The heating is controlled with this little remote. The van heats up really quickly and is fully properly insulated, so it retains the heat really well. So leaving the kitchen area, here you have the seating area. And you might be looking at this thinking, so do you have to eat your dinner on your lap? No. Tucked in here and up here are the makings of your dining table. And in less than 30 seconds you have your dining table, office space. Back here we have the bed. That is a foam mattress. It's about this thick and more comfortable than you might think. If you look closely you can see little fold down things here which are like your bedside lockers. And of course, safety first, you have a carbon monoxide alarm and a smoke alarm. If I had to critique this van, there's literally only one thing I would critique it on, and that is I wish there were small, medium or large size windows in the back doors. Now let's move on to the garage. Yes, there's a garage. Kind of. This is the storage area in the back of the van. There is plenty of space for bikes, luggage, camping chairs, parasols, everything you could want to bring. This here is the battery that will power all the electrics in the van if you're not in a space where electric hookup is available. I'm not going to pretend like I know how all this works, but I do know how to get the power on, how to get the power off, how not to drain the battery. So this here is the power switch. This is not connected right now, so right now that battery is not being drained. However, if I connect those two, like so, I can now use most of the electronics in the van. The pump for the sink. Let there be light. Ideally, if you're not wild camping and you're at a site, you will have electric hookup, and you will use this to connect the van here to their electric hookup. Oh yeah, the toilet. What if I told you this here is your lavatory? Yep, this tiny little door. If needs must, you can flip open the lid, do your business. This here is your flusher. Look, it's not luxurious, but it is very handy to know that if in the middle of the night you are lying down in your bed and nature urgently calls, you're all right. Now let's discuss money. This van was purchased exactly as is, fully converted. The man it was purchased from buys a van every year, converts it, uses it for a season, and then starts on the next project. So I got super lucky to find this one. I found it on Facebook Marketplace. I am going to share the price, but before I do, tell me what you think this cost. And after a few days, I will pop it in a pinned comment below. Again, to reiterate, Facebook Marketplace and adverts and Done Deal are awash with dud dangerous van conversions. Be so careful, be so careful. So that's it. What do you think? Would you holiday in this?